Manju, 6th semester civil engineering student, SL90 Adu. The subject of the video is retaining wall design, comes under design of concrete structure. What is a retaining wall? Retaining wall is used to retain earth or other loose materials. These walls are commonly constructed in the following cases. First, the construction of building bases as abutment in bridge constructions, in the construction of embankments. The material which is retained at the retaining wall is known as backfill. The backfill exerts a push or lateral pressure on the retaining wall, which is tried to overturn, bend, and slide the retaining wall. Then the types of retaining wall are gravity retaining wall, cantilever retaining wall, counterfort retaining wall, buttress retaining wall. This is a gravity retaining wall and this is a cantilever retaining wall. It is of T shape. Correct ഇതിൻ്റെ shape T, ഒരു inverted T shape ആണ്. This is the toe end of the retaining wall and this is the heel end of the retaining wall. This is the most common type. And ഈ retaining wall ഇവിടെ ആയിരിക്കും backfill ഉണ്ടാവുക. ഈ backfill ഒരു pressure exert ചെയ്യും. This is the stem of the retaining wall and this is sweep hole. This is cantilever L-shaped retaining wall. The shape of the retaining wall is L. Then cantilever L-shaped retaining wall. Then this is counterfort retaining wall and this is buttress retaining wall. Gravity retaining wall. Retaining wall in which weight of retaining wall provides stability against pressure exerted by backfill. Cantilever retaining wall. It is the most common type which consists of a vertical wall called a stem, heel slab and toe slab. As all the three components of this wall act as cantilever, the wall is called as cantilever retaining wall. The stem, heel and toe resist the earth pressure by bending. These walls can be L or inverted T shape. The cantilever retaining walls are used up to a height of 6 meters. The weight of earth of heel slab and weight of retaining wall together provide stability to the wall. Counterfort retaining wall. When backfill of greater height is to be retained and the required height of cantilever retaining wall exceeds 6 meters, then it becomes anachronocal to provide cantilever retaining wall. In such cases, counterfort retaining wall is to be provided. In these walls, counterfort are provided as suitable intervals along the length of the wall. The wall of retaining wall and weight of earth retaining on the heel slab together impart stability to the wall. Buttress retaining wall. A buttress retaining wall consists of counterforts called buttress which are provided on opposite side of backfill. Then earth pressure on retaining wall. നമ്മൾ എർത്ത് പ്രഷർ ഡയഗ്രം അല്ലെങ്കിൽ പ്രഷർ ഡിസ്ട്രിബ്യൂഷൻ ഡയഗ്രാം വരയ്ക്കുന്നത് ഒരു ട്രയാങ്കുലർ ഷേപ്പിലായിരിക്കും. അതിൻ്റെ ഹൈറ്റ് റിറ്റൈനിങ് വാളിൻ്റെ ഹൈറ്റ് തന്നെ ക്യാപിറ്റൽ H and the base of the triangular portion is K gamma H, where K is the coefficient of earth pressure. Gamma is the unit weight of retaining material. The main forces that acts on the retaining wall is lateral force developed due to the earth pressure or pressure due to the retaining material. The determination of earth pressure is done by using soil mechanics. The magnitude of lateral earth pressure varies linearly with the depth and is given by K gamma H. അതിൽ coefficient of earth pressure, active earth pressure, horizontal backfill ആണെങ്കിൽ K is equal to 1 minus sin phi divided by 1 plus sin phi. Phi is the angle of repose. For sloping backfill, K is equal to cos theta minus root of cos square theta minus cos square phi, the whole divided by cos theta plus root of cos square theta minus cos square phi into cos theta, where theta is the inclination of backfill with respect to horizontal. For passive earth pressure, Kp is equal to 1 plus sin phi divided by 1 minus sin phi. For sloping backfill, Kp is equal to cos theta plus root of cos square theta minus cos square phi whole divided by cos theta minus root of cos square theta minus cos square phi into cos theta. The lateral force P exerted on the wall due to earth pressure is given by area of triangular portion. The various forces acting on the wall are lateral force PAH due to active earth pressure acting at a height of h by 3 from the base. The weight of earth supported on heel slab W1, weight of stem W2, weight of base slab W3. In addition to the above forces, there is weight of earth retained above the toe slab W4 and passive earth pressure PPH exerted on the wall. These two are neglected in the designing of retaining wall as these are small in size. Then, the stability of a cantilever retaining wall. A cantilever retaining wall makes fail in the following cases: first overturning, then sliding, and failure of the under soil. These three are shown in the figure. Overturning. A retaining wall is subjected to overturning. The moments under the action of lateral force developed due to lateral earth pressure, which it tries to overturn the wall above the toe wall. The overturning moment MO is given by MO is equal to PAH into H by 3. MO is equal to KAHQ by 6. The resisting moment MR is provided by the weight of backfill, surcharge, and self-weight of retaining wall. If sigma W is the resultant vertical load made up of self-weight of the retaining wall and the weight of backfill on the base slab, then resisting moment is given by MR is equal to sigma W into X bar. X bar is the position of resultant vertical load from the toe end, and factor safety against overturning is equal to 0.9 MR by MO, and it should be greater than or equal to 1.4. For inclined backfill, the vertical component of active earth pressure PAE also contribute to the restoring moment. Then sliding. The lateral earth pressure tries to slide the retaining wall away from the backfill. This is opposed by frictional force developed by base slab and soil. If mu is the coefficient of friction between concrete and soil, when frictional force resisting sliding, Fr is equal to mu into sigma W. The lateral force causing sliding is PAH. That is, Fs is equal to PAH, which is equal to half K gamma H square. Then factor safety against sliding is equal to Fr by Fs. Factor safety is sliding as per IS 456-2000 is equal to 0.9 mu sigma W by PAH. It should be greater than or equal to 1.4. Then failure of under soil. The base width of the retaining wall is designed in such a way that the maximum pressure on the undersoil caused due to load distribution must not exceed safe bearing capacity of the soil. In addition to this, it must be ensured that no tension is developed anywhere on the section. The base pressure distribution. For the pressure distribution diagram, the smaller side is known as P minimum and the larger side is P max. The P max is equal to sigma W by P into 1 plus 6E by P, and the magnitude of P minimum is equal to sigma W by B into 1 minus 6E by B. The P max should be less than safe bearing capacity of soil and P minimum should not be negative. Here, E is the eccentricity of resultant load. Total moment at toe end is equal to MR minus MO. Total vertical load is equal to sigma W. Then X bar is equal to MR minus MO divided by sigma W. And the eccentricity E is equal to B by 2 minus X bar. Then proportioning of cantilever retaining wall. First is depth of foundation. H minimum is equal to 1 minus sin phi by 1 plus sin phi the whole square into Q naught by gamma, where phi is the angle of repose, gamma is the unit weight of the soil, and Q naught is the safe bearing capacity of the soil. Then height of retaining wall H is equal to H plus H minimum. The height of the material to be retained base width P varies from 0.4 h to 0.6 h in the case of horizontal backfill and up to 0.7 h in the case of inclined backfill. The thickness of base slab is assumed to be h by 10 to h by 15, where h is the total height of retaining wall. It shall also be 8 to 10% of h, but the minimum thickness should not be less than 300 mm. Then thickness of stem. The stem should have minimum thickness of 150 mm at top, and base of the stem should not be less than 300 mm. Go for a design problem. The question: design a cantilever retaining wall to retain a horizontal earthen embankment of height 4 meter above the ground level. The earthen backfill is having a density of 18 kN per meter cube and angle of internal friction 30 degree. The safe bearing capacity of soil is 180 kN per meter cube. The coefficient of friction between soil and concrete is assumed to be 0.45. Use M20 concrete and Fe415. The step 1 is given data. Given data is first, the height of the earthen embankment is 4 meter. H is equal to 4 meter. The unit weight of soil 18 kN per meter cube. Angle of internal friction phi or angle of repose 30 degree. Safe bearing capacity Q naught equal to 180 kN per meter cube. Mu is equal to 0.45. SCK 20 Newton per mm square. Fi 415 Newton per mm square. Step 2. Coefficient of active earth pressure. ഇതൊരു ഹൊറിസോണ്ടൽ ബാക്ക്ഫില്ലിൻ്റെ പ്രോബ്ലം ആയതുകൊണ്ട് ആക്റ്റീവ് എർത്ത് പ്രഷർ Ka is equal to 1 minus sin phi by 1 plus sin phi. By substituting the value of phi, we get Ka is equal to 0.33. Then step 3, minimum depth of foundation H minimum. The equation is 1 minus sin phi by 1 plus sin phi the whole square into Q naught by gamma. By substituting the value, we get 1.11, which is approximately equal to 1.2 meter. The total height of the retaining wall capital H is equal to small h plus h minimum is equal to 4 plus 1.2 is equal to 5 meter. This is the figure of a retaining wall. This is the capital H, the total height of the retaining wall 5.2 meter, and this is the H minimum is equal to 1.2 meter. The balance data are after the step 4. Step 4. Preliminary dimensions of retaining wall. First is base width B. It varies from 0.4 h to 0.6 h. Assume the width is equal to 2.8 meter. Then the length of the toy slab varies from 0.3 b to 0.4 b. Assume the length of the toy slab is equal to 0.85 meter. Thickness of base slab. Thickness of the base slab assumed to be h by 10 to h by 50, minimum 300. Assume the thickness of base slab is equal to 0.5 meter. Thickness of vertical wall or stem. Pressure at base stem is equal to, pressure at the base of the stem is equal to Ka gamma into h minus thickness. Ka gamma into h minus the thickness is the thickness of the base slab is equal to 0.33 into 18 into 5.2 minus 0.5. is getting from the step and is equal to 27.918 kN per meter square. Lateral force at base of stem is equal to half Ka gamma into h minus thickness of base slab into h minus thickness of base slab. We get the value of the height of the backfill from here, which is equal to half into 0.33 into 18 into 4.7 into 4.7, which is equal to 65.6 kN per meter. Moment at base of the stem is equal to half K gamma into h minus thickness into h minus thickness into h minus thickness divided by 3. As moment at the base of the stem, here as it is a triangle portion, it is from h by 3 distance. and then by substituting all the values we get the moment is 102.73 kilonewton meter. The ultimate moment at the base of the stem is equal to 1.5 into 102.78 is equal to 154.17 kilonewton meter. Then moment is equal to, the ultimate moment is equal to 0.138 FCK BD square. This equation, because of the Fy is equal to 415 Newton per mm square, the required depth is equal to root of mu by 0.138 FCK B. Here B is 1 meter. By substituting all the values we get the required depth is 236.34 millimeters, approximately equal to 240 millimeters. Assume an effective cover of 70 millimeters. The total depth required is equal to D required, small d required plus 70, which is equal to 310 mm, which is approximately we provide that 350 millimeters. Then we have to find the forces acting on the retaining wall. We draw a table. First is type of force, the magnitude of force, position of force from toe end, bending moment at toe end. First type of force is overturning force. Overturning force എടുക്കുമ്പം നമ്മുടെ ഈ റിട്ടേണിംഗ് വാൾ മൊത്തത്തിൽ ഓവർടേൺ ചെയ്യാൻ തുടങ്ങുകയാണ്. അതുകൊണ്ട് ഹൈറ്റ് എന്ന് പറയുമ്പോൾ ഫുൾ ഹൈറ്റ് ആയിരിക്കും, 5.2 മീറ്റർ ആയിരിക്കും എടുക്കേണ്ടത്. അപ്പം ഓവർടേണിംഗ് ഫോഴ്സിൻ്റെ മാഗ്നിറ്റ്യൂഡ് PH is equal to half KA gamma H square. By substituting we get 80.3 kilonewton. The position of force from toe end. From toe end, the position of force is H by 3. The bending moment is the product of these two, and the restoring moment. The restoring moment is of weight of the backfill and weight of the stem. First is weight of the backfill W1, which is equal to unit weight into area. Gamma is 18 into area, 1.6 into 4.7. We assumed this as a rectangle and we get 135.36. The position of force from toe end is 2.8 minus 1.6 by 2, and bending moment is the product of these two, 270.72. Then weight of the stem. Weight of the stem ഇത് നമ്മൾ ഒരു റെക്റ്റാങ്കുലർ പോർഷനായിട്ട് കൺസിഡർ ചെയ്ത് കഴിഞ്ഞാൽ പിന്നെ വെയിറ്റ് ഓഫ് ദ സ്റ്റെം എടുക്കുമ്പോൾ ഇതിനെ നമ്മളൊരു ട്രയാങ്കിളായിട്ടും ഇതിനെ ഒരു റെക്റ്റാങ്കിളായിട്ടും നമ്മൾ കൺസിഡർ ചെയ്യും. അപ്പം ഫസ്റ്റ് ഈസ് വെയിറ്റ് ഓഫ് റെക്റ്റാങ്കുലർ പോർഷൻ. റെക്റ്റാങ്കുലർ പോർഷൻ വരുമ്പം യൂണിറ്റ് വെയിറ്റ് ഇൻറ്റു ഏരിയ. വെയിറ്റ് ഓഫ് ദ റെക്റ്റാങ്കുലർ പോർഷൻ യൂണിറ്റ് വെയിറ്റ് ഇൻറ്റു ഏരിയ 25 ഇൻറ്റു BD, 25 ഇൻറ്റു 1.5, 15 നമ്മളിവിടെ അസ്യൂം ചെയ്ത് ഫോർത്ത് സ്റ്റെപ്പിലെടുത്തത് 1.5 ഇൻറ്റു ഹൈറ്റ് 4.7. The value is 17.625 kilonewton, and the position of force from the toe end is 0.85 plus 0.35 minus 0.15 by 2 is equal to 1.125 meters. Then the bending moment is 19.828. Then the weight of the triangular portion, this is the triangular portion, okay, unit weight into area is equal to 25 into half into 0.2 into 4.7. We get 0.2 by subtracting these values, and we get the answer is 11.75 kilonewton, and the position of force from the toe end is 0.85 plus 0.35, 0.85 plus 0.35 minus 0.15 divided by 2 by 3. These are from acting from this side, hence 2 by 3 of H is equal to 0.983, and the moment is 11.55 kilonewton meter, and restoring force is the weight of the base slab, which is W3. The restoring force is equal to 25 into 2.8 into 0.5 as is rectangle. Then we get as 35 kilonewton. Then by adding the restoring forces, we get it as 199.735 kilonewton, and the restoring force, the weight of the base slab W3 act at 1.4 meter from the toe end, and the bending moment is 49 kilonewton meter. By adding the 3 restoring moment, we get sigma mr is equal to 351.098 kilonewton meter. Then sixth step, stability check. First is overturning, stability against overturning, stability against sliding, and stability against base pressure. Okay. The stability check overturning, 0.9 mr by mo. By substituting the value from the table, we get it as 2.27, which is greater than 1.4, hence it is safe. And then stability against sliding, factor of safety is equal to Fr by Fs into 0.9. We get it as Fr is equal to, we can calculate the Fr is equal to mu into sigma w from the table. We get it as 89.88 and Fs is equal to 80.3. The value 80.3 we get from the table. The overturning force is 80.3. Then we get 0.9 into Fr by Fs is equal to 1, which is less than 1.4. Therefore, not safe. Shear key has to be provided to increase the resistance against sliding. Then the base pressure, stability against base pressure, resultant moment at toe is equal to, resultant moment at toe is equal to mr minus mo, which is these two values are get from the table. By substituting values, we get 211.939 kilonewton meter, and x bar, the equation of x bar is sigma m by sigma w, these values from the table. Substituting, we get 1.05 meter. The eccentricity E is equal to b by 2 minus x bar, 2.8 by 2 minus 1.05, we get 0.35 meter. E max is equal to b by 6, which is equal to 0.467. The E is less than E max, therefore safe against stability. Then step 7, maximum pressure at toe end. P max is equal to sigma w by b into 1 plus 6E by b, which is equal to sigma w from the table 199.73 divided by b, 2.8 into 1 plus 6E into 0.35 from the previous step, 0.35 divided by b, 2.8, we get it as 124.83 kilonewton per meter square, which is less than SPC. The safe bearing capacity from the question is 180 kilonewton meter cube, therefore okay. Step 8, minimum pressure at head end. P minimum is equal to sigma w by b into 1 minus 6E by b. We get it as 17.83 kilonewton per meter square, which is positive. No tension develops anywhere on the base slab, hence okay. The P minimum is positive, hence no tension develops. Then step 9, design of stem. We get from previous step, D is equal to 350 mm and effective depth is equal to 280 mm. As we provide a cover of 70 mm, then the maximum moment at base of stem is equal to 154.17 kilonewton meter. We have an equation. The ultimate moment is equal to 0.87 Fi AST into 1 minus AST Fi by BD FCK IS 456 2000. By substituting all the values, we get AST as 1752.62 mm square. Then using 60 mm diabars, the spacing required is 1000 into small AST by capital AST. We get it as 140.72 millimeters. Therefore, provide 60 mm diabars at 100 mm center to center spacing. Distribution reinforcement AST is equal to 0.12 by 100, that is 0.12% of BD. 0.12 by 100 into 1000, B is provided as 1 meter. 1000 into 150 plus 350 by 2 is equal to 300 mm square. That is 150 plus 350 divided by 2. Then we get it as 300. Use 80 mm diabars. Use 8 mm diabars. Spacing is equal to 1000 into small AST by capital AST. We get 167.55 millimeters. We therefore provide 8 mm diabars at 150 mm center to center. Then step 10, design of heel slab. As we draw the pressure distribution diagram, this side is P minimum and this is P max. The M1, moment M1 is equal to the moment, here the moment, it is due to the weight of the backfill. It is equal to unit weight into area into distance. Unit weight gamma is 18 into 1.6 into 4.7 area into distance from the toy. Distance is 1.6 by 2 distance. Okay, we get it as 108.28 kilonewton meter. Then M2 is equal to 25 into 0.5 into 1.6 into 1.6 by 2. As this equation is this, gamma into D into B into B by 2 is equal to 16 kilonewton meter. Then M3, these forces are downward and these M3 and M4, these are in upward. We take the downward force as positive and upward force as negative. The M3 is equal to P minimum into B into B by 2 into or B ഉണ്ട്, അത് നമ്മൾ 1 മീറ്റർ എന്ന് പറഞ്ഞ് എടുത്തു. അപ്പം 70.83 into 160 into 160 divided by 2, we get it as 22.8224. Then for the moment 4 is minus M4, half into 1.6 into altitude into h by 3, half into 1.6 into 61.14 into 1.6 by 3. The altitude 61.14 is get from here. This is the altitude. Altitude is by similar triangle method. This is the side of P max minus P minimum by P max minus P minimum. This is the x. By similar triangle, we get it as x is equal to, the altitude is equal to 61.4. Then M4, the M4 is equal to, as by substituting all the values, we get it as 26.084 kilonewton meter. The total moment M is equal to M1 plus M2 minus M3 minus M4, 75.868 kilonewton meter. Factored moment is equal to, by multiplying 1.5, 113.802 kilonewton meter. Mu is equal to 0.138 FCK BD square as Fy is equal to 415. Then by substituting, we get the required depth is equal to 203.05 mm. It should be less than, D is equal to D minus 17 500 minus 17, 430 mm. Then moment is equal to mu, factor moment mu is equal to 0.87 FIAST into D into 1 minus FIAST by BDFCK. By substituting the value of the moment, we get AST. Area of the steel is equal to 759 mm square. By providing 12 mm dia bar, spacing is equal to 1000 into small AST by capital AST. We get it as 149. We provide 140 mm spacing, provide 12 mm bars, 12 mm dia bars at 140 mm center to center at the top face of the heel slab. Then AST of distribution bars is 0.12 percentage of BD, 0.12 by 100 into 1000. B is 1000, D is 500. We get it as 600 mm square. Use 10 mm dia bars. Spacing required is equal to 1000 into small AST by capital AST is equal to 130.89. We provided us 130 mm spacing, provided 10 mm dia bars at 130 mm center to center. The 11th step, design of toe slab. We draw the pressure distribution diagram. 1, 2, 3. Moment due to the toe end, M1. Okay, M1 is equal to unit weight into 25 into 0.85 B into the thickness 0.5 into the distance 0.85 by 2. We get it as M1 is equal to 4.51 kilonewton meter. Then second is minus M2. Then we want this height, and it is kept from, consider the first triangle and the second triangle. This is P max minus P minimum. P max minus P minimum divided by X is equal to the total height 2.8 by this height 1.95. We get the value of X as 74.517 and X plus P minimum we get it as 92.35 meters. Okay, the height is 92.35 into 0.85 by 2. We get it as 33.36 kilonewton meter. And then the third, the moment is equal to half into 0.85 into 32.48 into 2 by 3 into 0.85. 32.48, this height we kept by subtracting P max, subtracting the value of this height from P max. Okay, we get it as 7.822 kilonewton meter. By adding these two, we get it as minus 36.308, which is not be taken. Then we neglecting the value of M1 and we get the moment as M2 plus M3 is equal to 40.81 kilonewton meter. Then the ultimate moment is equal to, by multiplying 1.5, we get it as 61.3 kilonewton meter. We have an equation. The ultimate moment is equal to 0.87 FIAST into D into 1 minus FIAST by BDFCK. By substituting all these values, we get AST as 612 mm square, 612 mm square. We provide spacing 100 AST, 100 small AST by capital AST. We provided 10 mm dia bars. We get the spacing as 128.33, which is equal to 130 mm. Then provide an area of 612 mm square. Provide 10 mm dia bars at 130 mm center to center in both directions. Then the design of shear key. The pressure at face of shear key is equal to 95.35 kilonewton meter. Coefficient of passive pressure Kp we have to be find. Then the passive earth pressure Kp is equal to, as its horizontal backfill, Kp is equal to 1 plus sin phi by 1 minus sin phi. We get it as 3. Then let depth of shear key be a depth of the shear key be A. Then resistance offered by the shear key is equal to Kp into pressure at the face of the shear key into depth of shear key. Kp is kept it as 3 and pressure at the face of the shear key is 92.35 into A. We get it as 277.05 A. The factor of safety is equal to 0.9 mu sigma W plus resistance divided by PAH is equal to 0.9 into mu is equal to 0.45 into sigma W from the table plus the resistance 277.05 A the whole divided by PAH from the table 80.3 and we get it as the value of A. The value of A will be get it as 118 mm and we provided it is approximately equal to 200 mm. The provided shear key of size 200 mm into 200 mm. Then step 12, design of shear key. Pressure at face of shear key is equal to 92.35 kN per meter. Coefficient of passive earth pressure Kp, as it's a horizontal backfill, the equation is 1 plus sin phi by 1 minus sin phi and substitute we get it as 3. Then let the depth of shear key be A. Then resistance offered by shear key is equal to Kp into pressure at the face of the shear key into depth of shear key is equal to 3 into pressure 92.35 into depth A. Get it as 277.05 A. Then factor of safety is equal to 0.9 mu sigma W plus resistance divided by PAH. By substituting 0.9 into 0.45 into 199.735 plus resistance 277.05 A the whole divided by 80.3 we get from the table. We get the value of AE as approximately equal to is equal to 0.118 meter. A is equal to 118 millimeter, which is approximately equal to 200 millimeters. Provide a shear key of size 200 into 200 mm, 200 mm into 200 mm. Then the step 30, detailing. Detailing, okay, this is the detailing, this is the retaining wall, this is, okay, this is the ground level at the heel end and this is the ground level at the toe end. The depth and the diameter of the bars are indicated here. The design of the toe end and the design of the heel end and providing shear key. The cross section, the distribution reinforcement is shown like this from the top to bottom. The spacing between them is shown here.